What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be talking about Hostel 3. So, the basic plot of Hostel 3 is you have this group of friends, and one of them is getting married, so they're going on a little bachelor party to Vegas, and when they're in Vegas, they're partying it up, having a good time. One of their friends gets kidnapped and killed by the elite hunting club, and when he doesn't come back, the rest of the friends are looking for him for the rest of the movie, and eventually they all get captured by the elite hunting club. So, getting into my likes of the movie, one of the things that I really liked was the setting. I liked the Vegas setting, and it really made this movie stand apart from the first two sequels in this franchise, because the first two are not set in the US. This is the first one that's actually set in the US, and Vegas was a really good setting because you have like in usually in the previous movies they have these girls kind of like lure the victims. So there are a lot of these like call girl escort types who I thought were gonna lure the group of friends. But I mean, to get into spoiler territory here, you actually find out that they are not luring the group of friends. There's a lot of twists. That's something else about this movie. That's actually something that this is getting into my dislikes here. Something that I disliked about this movie is basically there's too many twists. Okay? So right off the bat, there's like two twists, two fake outs, and they really got me. I was like genuinely like surprised. I was like, okay, like that's clever. You got me. Like this is interesting. Like I don't know where this is going, but throughout the movie there were just so many twists and fake outs where it became like exhausting. It was like too much of a good thing is never a good thing. It was like if you have like a couple Oreos, it's like a tasty treat, but like if you have like 20, 30 Oreos, you feel gross. You don't even want to eat them anymore. They're disgusting. So that's how I felt. Just to get into more spoilers here, some of the twists towards the end kind of bothered me, because it was where characters are clearly dead and then they're back. Like one of the main characters, you find out, wanted to kill the guy who's getting married. So he's clearly dead. The guy who is getting married stabs him like 50 times, and then he just magically comes back. And the actual complete ending, like I'm saying, I already got into spoilers, get into more spoilers. The very end, the like final ending really bothered me, because the guy who's getting married was totally blown up, and then he just comes back, and he has just like a slight burn on his face. It's like Halloween 4 where Dr. Loomis, he was in the crazy fire in Halloween 2, and then he just has like one burn mark on his face, like, just so you know, yeah, I was in the fire. But those two twists at the end were just, they like totally took me out of it. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And it was just the fact that it was like there were so many fake outs where it lost the effect for me. But getting into the kills were just okay. The first kill was actually really disturbing, and I was just like cringing. I was like wincing. I was like, oh my goodness, because it was so slow and drawn out, and it was, that classic Hostel torture style. Like when you watch a Hostel movie, that's what you think. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be drawn out. They're really gonna be torturing him, and it was hard to watch. That was done all practically too. They totally ripped this guy's face off, and I was just like, oh, I could barely even watch it. It was insane. It looked like the effects looked really good. Some of the kills were just okay. There's this one kill that was just ridiculous in my opinion. This girl, she gets okay. So there's all these cockroaches, and they're on a tray, and I'm thinking this is just kind of like to scare her, kind of, they're just kind of like messing with their victims before they kill them. And I thought that was just kind of like the appetizer. We're going to put these bugs on her, it's going to scare her, then we're going to do something else and kill her. But no, the entire kill was just, they just put bugs on her, and wait, it gets worse. They're like, they start as real bugs at first, but then when they like go on her face, they're all CGI bugs, and they just like all go in her mouth, and it's like terrible CGI, okay? And I mean, I kind of understand, like if I was in that actress's shoes, like I wouldn't want a bunch of real bugs crawling all over me, crawling in my mouth, and it's like, it's Hostel 3, like she's probably not getting paid that much. This one, the first two had a theatrical release. This one was direct to DVD. So she's like, man, I'm in this direct to DVD sequel. I'm not getting paid that much. What do you think? You're not gonna put real bugs on me. I'm not going out like that, So they put the CGI bugs her, and then she's just dead. And I was just like shocked. I was like, what, that killed her? Like I thought there was something. I kept waiting. Like, what's gonna kill her? I know that's it. CGI bugs. Death by CGI bugs. So that was the lamest kill. The other main kill, like torture style kill, was this guy getting shot with a bunch of arrows, and for some reason the woman who was killing him had this really weird mask on. I don't really know how to describe it, but that was just like, I was just thinking about that the whole time. I'm like, what the heck is this mask? I don't understand what's going on, but this dude takes so many arrows. He takes an arrow to the family jewels, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like at that point, just you gotta just off him. I know I'm just kidding. It's not that serious, but like you saw it. They like specifically did a close up. Like he got an arrow in the privates and all over, and then they like get him in the head. So yeah, the kills were very hit or miss for me. There was some good practical stuff, but then some crazy CGI bugs. So I don't know. I was in the middle with the kills. Another thing, going back to positives, another thing that I liked about this movie is that, so in the previous movies, they will buy their victim for, I don't remember how much, maybe it was 20,000 or 100,000, something like that. In this one, it goes very well with the Vegas theme. They're actually betting on this. They're like on these computers, on this like digital betting thing, and they're betting, and they get to like choose, whoever wins gets to choose how the person gets killed, because the people who are betting in this movie aren't actually killing the people. There's someone, they're in this like glass chamber, and then there's this audience, and all the people are in the audience, and they're bidding on how the person's going to get killed. So I thought that was super fresh. It went super well with the Vegas setting, and that was something else I liked. I mean, overall, I did like this movie. It was very entertaining. It was action packed. It was scary at times, but there was a lot that I disliked. I guess I was very much in the middle with this. For a third entry in a series, and especially this one was not Eli Roth, who did the first two, had nothing to do with these. Actually, this was directed by Scott Spiegel, who did Intruder, and I like that movie. That's what I'm saying. I like this movie. It's just it's not the best thing I've ever seen, but I mean overall for this franchise it was pretty good. It wasn't like I hated it. There's worse third chapters in franchises, so it was definitely a cool time. Out of this franchise, I would have to say, I mean, of course, the first one is my favorite. Two, I'm not huge on, and this I'm not huge on. Like I said, I didn't mind this. There's a lot that I did like, but I don't know if I would watch this one again. But the first one to me is super fresh. The concept is super fresh. It's scary. It's action packed. When the main character in the first one is running away, that whole sequence at the end is just insane, adrenaline pumping. The first movie I love, but I was surprised with this. It wasn't too bad. It was a good time. Like I said, there was quite a few problems, but overall it was pretty entertaining. That's pretty much all I have to say. So until next time, peace out. Thank you for watching.